He went to prison for pretending to be a plastic surgeon, and now state regulators say he may have been doing it again. You may have heard the story of Carlos Hernandez back in 2017. He took a plea deal because Denver prosecutors found that he had operated on 50 people without having a medical license, left some of them scarred. There's some pretty terrible stories from back then. A judge sentenced him to 6 years in prison. He was released in 2019, put on parole, and then got off of parole in 2021. A couple of weeks ago, I got a tip from a woman who said, "This guy approached me, said he was this doctor. I looked him up and I found all these stories about him." As we started investigating this case, apparently so did state regulators. They say they've gotten complaints about this operation. There's a med spa in Lakewood near Belmar called Bare Beauty Aesthetic Care. It's inside a big medical office building. The lights were pretty dark when we went there today after the medical board made the decision this morning. What they decided was to send him a cease and desist order based on 3 things. Number 1, he was arrested back in July and accused of going into Swedish Medical Center, convincing the security guard that he was a physician and had lost his badge. The security guard gave him a new badge, and the affidavit alleges that he wandered around restricted parts of the hospital. The case is still pending in those charges against him there. The medical board also cited a complainant who we believe is the same person we've talked to, who told the board, "This guy approached me, said he was a plastic surgeon, offered me a consultation for a breast augmentation, and even scheduled it, and gave her a card, a business card, that said Dr. Carlos Hernandez." And third, the medical board says that a patient may have had a rhinoplasty, a nose job, and an eye lift, and that patient went to another licensed plastic surgeon. The licensed plastic surgeon wondered who did this, and then they made the complaint to the medical board. As I said, we were there earlier today checking out the office. I did notice him driving around in the parking lot, tried to stop him and talk to him. He obviously didn't want to talk to me. But Dora showed up to serve that cease and desist order along with some police officers, and they ended up finding him during a traffic stop down the way. Turns out we were there for that as well. I should point out that I did talk to Carlos Hernandez on the phone today. He denied all of the allegations, said he was just helping another physician set up this med spa. He didn't want to talk about that case in Inglewood about going into Swedish Medical Center. I'm Steve Stager. I'm the consumer investigator at 9 News. I run a segment called Steve on Your Side. Follow me for more consumer and financial content and news around Colorado. And if you know something about this, my DMs are open.